Okay, so the head coach of FC Cincinnati, Pat Noonan, tried to fight the officials after today's game, and I feel like that is a perfect example of how horrendous the refs were. They were horrible. They disallowed 2 goals from Brenner. One of them, they said the ball was out of bounds. Okay, that one's a bit debatable, but okay. The second one, they say he is offsides, or Alan Cruz was offsides. Even if somebody was offsides on that play, I think everyone knows it did not affect Brenner scoring that goal whatsoever. It was him one-on-one with that goalie, and the goalie lost. It was pretty obvious that the goalie lost, and New York's defense just let him run through. Like, nobody got him. He was open. They completely got bailed out on that one. And just several calls throughout the game awarding free kicks, no calls, saying certain things are goal kicks, saying certain things are corners, stuff like that. The officials got those little things wrong over and over and over and over. And you want to know when they started getting those things wrong? You know, I'm hearkening back to my 2018 days with the Pacers when the NBA seemed to have it out for the Pacers. But you want to know when the officials started to, get some of that stuff wrong? When Cincinnati was leading or threatening to take a lead and potentially beat the defending MLS champions. Not saying that MLS rigged this or something. It's a regular season game in the middle of the season. But this game did start gaining traction. Like, there were people that were trying to tune into this game, whether it be through ESPN Plus, or because they live near Cincinnati and they can get the game, or illegal streaming services. People were tuning into this game to try and see it. It was, after Cincinnati took a 3-0 lead, it started gaining traction amongst the MLS community, and people started tuning in to watch the game. So I think that there might have been a little bit of a discussion about how it might be a bit embarrassing for the team that won 4 games last year to beat the defending MLS Cup champions that are based in a certain large market known as New York, where a lot of people live. A lot of MLS fans potentially are. A big marketplace. I've had my fair share of run-ins with New York teams. I am a Pacers fan, after all. So I know a little bit about getting screwed over by New York because it's New York. 1984 draft lottery, where that one actually was completely and totally rigged for the Knicks to get Patrick Ewing. You know who would have had the first overall pick that year if it wasn't rigged? The Indiana Pacers. We would have had Patrick Ewing. So I've had my fair share of run-ins with New York teams, and this does not seem to be an exception. Now, I'm not going to say that our defense and our team didn't slow down after we got that 3-0 lead. We should not have blown that lead. We completely choked that lead. It was horrible. It was horrendous because at the beginning of the game, we were swarming the ball. We were getting after it. We were gritty. It was typical FC Cincinnati. The FC Cincinnati that is, in the playoffs right now, competing for a playoff spot, and one of, kind of the underdog teams of the league, a team that really nobody expected to be as good as they are, and quite frankly, in my opinion, a really entertaining team. Their defense was good. They're from front to back. Defense was good, and from front to back, offense was good. They were playing with speed and precision like they normally do. The well-run machine ran by Pat Noonan. And then after we got the 3-goal lead, we slowed down. Mentally and physically, we slowed down. and we should not have allowed some of the stuff that we allowed. Some of those goals shouldn't have happened at all. Completely unacceptable. Multiple times people could just run through our back line untouched. Nobody would pick them up. No one would try and go and chase them. Nothing. They just run through completely untouched. That's horrible. That is horrendous. But after the first half, we came out. We started a bit slow for the first few minutes, but then we started to get back to normal FC Cincinnati. Slow build-ups to scoring opportunities. Slowly building up, a shot here, a shot there, scoring opportunity here, a really close one here that the goalie saves, and then eventually leading up to a goal. We tie the game, and then, we're swarming. Brenner scores, it gets taken away, and then we have that play at the end where it goes to Lucho. Lucho could have scored. Lucho shoots it. It gets blocked by the goalie. Vasquez picks it up, dribbles out of trouble, gives it to John Nelson, and John Nelson skies it over the goal. Or no, he didn't sky it. I was thinking of that one opportunity by Lucho. John Nelson barely misses the post to the left side. And, that Lucho one was pretty painful, too, that he missed that, where Brenner left it off for him, and Lucho freaking missed the goal by like 20 feet. I'm glad that we tied, and I'm glad that we are at least walking away with a point, but we deserve to walk away with 3 points, 100%. I think the only people who will tell you that we didn't deserve to walk away with 3 points are New York fans. Now, obviously, I'm a bit biased. I'm obviously a Cincinnati fan, but I feel like most unbiased MLS viewers that watch that game will tell you that at least in that second half, FC Cincinnati, they outplayed New York. They at least gave more. They were gritty. They were tough. They did everything that you would think would lead to a win. And, of course, it didn't, because it's Cincinnati. New England on Sunday. We got New England on Sunday. That's what we got to focus on. I love Pat Noonan chasing down the ref, trying to fight him, and just telling him that he blew it and that he sucked and all that. That was so fun. It was beautiful to see. I really enjoyed it because it really shows the guy's passion. Because he treats his players, that's like, he will get on his players and yell at them that same way if they mess up. I guarantee you, in that locker room at halftime, he was getting on them about blowing that 3-goal lead. Completely and totally, he was getting on them. So, I think it's fair that he gets on the refs the same, because the refs, they blew it. Same way FC Cincinnati blew their 3-goal lead, the refs blew this game. But, next week we're just going to go. Even though we don't have Obi, he'll be gone because he got his 4th yellow card. We're going to go. We're going to grit. We're going to grind. And hopefully at least walk out of there with a point, preferably 3. Let's stay in the playoffs. Let's shock MLS. See you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, a good tomorrow. I'm working on a Carson Edwards video. That's a bit more. It's going to take some time to edit, is basically what I'm trying to say, because it's one of those videos. Like, I have a script and stuff for it, so it's a more put together video. So yeah, that'll come out eventually. And an NHL draft video once the NHL draft happens and stuff like that. The stuff I typically put out. I just wanted to talk about this game because it was crazy. See you guys next time.
Just got unlucky on a few plays tonight. One of those plays, I thought he was standing still, but he just hit the shit out of that one guy, and the guy went flying. They blew the whistle, and they called it on him.